So welcome back. Today we are going to talk about whether you should be taking a drop when it comes to your career path or when it comes to PG counseling, when you should and when you should not be taking a drop. I have also made a video about how to choose your PG branch. Full video, it's a big video. If you want to check that out, I'll give link in the top corner. You can check that out too. I think that will also help you to come to a conclusion. So we'll start with today's video. We'll divide it into two stages. One is who should not take. We'll discuss first and later discuss about who should be taking a drop. Okay. First we'll come to who should not be or why who should not be taking a drop or why you should not be taking a drop. Okay. Number one point would be, wasting of your precious time. It is wasting of your years. Medicine, as in general, takes a lot of time for your career part for you to settle down and to have a good earning potential. It in itself takes a lot of time. So wasting of 1 or 2 years more in that puts you way back in your career trajectory or earning potential. So I think it can be a very detrimental side towards your, especially if you already have taken drops to take MBBS, and after that due to certain aspects you already wasted some years, then wasting 1 or 2 years more makes a huge difference when it comes to life. It's your life, right? There's limited amount of time, so you have to manage that time properly. So just blindly taking a drop doesn't make sense. Next will be family pressure. There will be immense family pressure on you. You might think, it's my family only, it won't make a much difference, but when it comes to long run, okay, trust me, I have experienced this myself. I have also gone through drop. 1 year is a long time. When parents or the family members see the person with the potential just sitting there inside home, even though you're preparing, but especially if you come from financially weaker background and you don't earn or you don't work while preparing, and PG definitely requires you to if you're taking a drop, you to definitely give your all. Sometimes it will be you sitting there all the time just to study. This can just trigger some part of our parents or family, and even if they're supportive, sometimes they also can get a bit grumpy, irritable that their kid is having so much potential is still sitting at home. And other point is the relative, they come and ask the parents, okay, what your kid is doing, then they won't definitely understand that sitting and preparing for exam is also a thing. So they will just trigger your parents, and then in turn parents will get triggered no matter how supportive they are. So that can be a point. So if your family is either not supportive of, or if you come from a financially weaker background, I think taking a drop can harm your career trajectory or earning potential. Next is your mental health. Taking a drop, it puts a huge burden on your mental health. Okay, your friend circle is moving on and you are the only one who's left. So even the small things can feel like a huge thing. Okay, each day passes very slowly. It can feel like a huge burden on yourself. Even every day feels very heavy. Seeing everybody else around you enjoying life, your friends already settled in that career, that can trigger your disturbance in your mental health. So this is a factor that you have to consider. If you are not someone who can handle this kind of pressure, or you are not mentally strong enough to take that kind of pressure, don't take a drop. Okay. And then next will be, it doesn't always work. Okay, even if you take a drop, even if you work very hard, sometimes life is very unpredictable, exams are unpredictable, so it doesn't always work. Your rank, which is good now, can also deteriorate. I have seen a lot of examples like that. So it is not always, grass is not always greener on the other side. So that is a possibility. You have to consider that it can go in negative also. You have to be prepared for that. Okay. And finally, I want to say that PG is about getting a direction. Okay. Once you have a direction, you move in that direction and you settle down, no matter what the branch is. If you get a direction, you will work hard. You make that branch your own. And I think, as Dr. Gobind Rai Garg had said, dam branch mein nahi, bande mein hota hai. Take the branch, make it your own, work hard and grow in that branch. Not having a direction puts yourself at unease. Life is very unstable, and this can trigger a lot of mental instabilities, a lot of stress. You might go in depression. So trust me, having a direction is always better than no direction at all. Okay, now we'll discuss about who should be taking or when you should be taking a drop. Okay, preparing for PG requires at least one sincere attempt where you give your all. Okay, so you don't have that regret later that I haven't given my everything, I haven't prepared enough. So if you feel you haven't prepared enough, if you haven't given your all. If you feel like that, then definitely you can take a drop and take 1 year or 6 months, whatever, and give it your all, prepare fully. I think PG deserves, need deserves that kind of preparation at least once from you. You deserve that. You need to justify, you need to, do justice to your talent. So if you feel that your talent has not met with enough hard work, then definitely you can go for the drop. Next, if you have absolute passion for that branch, okay, from beginning when you took MBBS, or when you had a goal that you wanted to have be that doctor, you want to be you wanted to be a medicine doctor, if you wanted to be a surgeon, if you wanted to be a dermatologist, etc., then you definitely can take a drop. If you can't see yourself doing anything else apart from that branch, then you definitely can take a drop and prepare for that. If you love something, or if you like something, it definitely working hard towards that goal is justified. Okay, the next is two factors, very important. They come at the top: family support and financial well-being. If your family is very supportive and if you're financially stable, definitely taking a drop doesn't make that much difference. If you think you can, take that burden of financially not earning for a year or 6 months, and your family is okay with it, you're financially well to do, and this is something you always wanted to do no matter what, then you can obviously go for the drop. Can definitely work hard towards your goal, and as long as the financial setback doesn't trouble you much, and if your family is also into it, very supportive, then you can definitely consider a drop. Last is self belief. If you have self belief that I can do it and I will do it, if I just need that much amount of work, I just need that much amount of time, and next time I'm definitely going to do it. And if you have no self doubt when it comes to preparation, and if you're taking a drop, you're sure that I'm going to stick to a routine, I'm going to prepare, I'm going to not get distracted, and I want that branch, and I'm definitely 100% going to do it. If that kind of self belief is there, that you're going to believe that you're not going to waste your time, then surely you can go for a drop. Lastly, in general, I wanted to say is taking a drop is a huge decision, especially if your rank is, in a decent range where you get some respectable branches, or which align in your some side interest at least. So that time it becomes a difficult whether to take a drop or not. So you have to consider all these factors which I have told you. Think properly. No, as I said, grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes it can go worse also, and sometimes it can definitely work in your favor. So that kind of self belief you have to have, and also you have to prepare to take that risk. And plus point, if you have a very supportive family and financially stable, it is always a plus point. So taking all these factors into consideration, I think this video might have helped you to figure out whether you should be taking a drop or not. And I hope that it might have helped you. So for similar videos like this, do subscribe and let me know what next topic you want me to make video on in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.